Right now, you might be staring at your phone, hands shaking, wondering why everything is falling apart. You finally gathered the courage to set a boundary. You expected peace, but instead, all hell broke loose. The rumors are spreading. Your notifications are blowing up with accusing texts. The very person you tried to love is playing the victim and painting you as the villain. But listen to me closely. This chaos is not a sign that you made a mistake. It is the ultimate confirmation that you did something right. In spiritual warfare, the enemy only fires back when you strike a strategic target. You are under a smear campaign, and if you react with emotion right now, you are stepping directly into a trap. Do not send that text. Stay with me, and I will hand you the silence protocol, the only weapon that shuts the enemy down. I know the pressure you are feeling right now. It is heavy and it is suffocating. You have this burning desire to take screenshots of the text messages, to post a long explanation on social media just to clear your name. You feel that if you do not defend yourself, people will believe the lie. We all fall for this trap. We convince ourselves that if we just explain our side with enough sincerity, if we just show them our heart one last time, they will finally understand. But you need to hear this. You cannot use logic to reason with a spirit of chaos. You are not dealing with a communication problem. You are dealing with a spiritual refusal. When a person is committed to misunderstanding you, your explanation does not bring clarity, it brings ammunition. Every word you speak in your defense will be twisted, reshaped, and used as a weapon against you. Stop handing them bullets. They want your reaction because they can feed off your energy, but they cannot feed off your silence. You need to understand the mechanics of why this is happening. This explosion of anger, this sudden smear campaign, it is not random bad luck. It is a spiritual diagnosis. I call it control withdrawal syndrome. For months or perhaps years, you were a source of supply. You provided the attention, the energy, and the emotional validation that this toxic dynamic fed upon. When you set that boundary, you didn't just say no, you cut the fuel line. And when a controlling spirit loses its power source, it does not walk away quietly, it panics. Think of your situation like a prison break. When a prisoner sits quietly in their cell, the prison is silent, the guards are calm, everything looks peaceful, but it is the peace of captivity. But the moment a prisoner breaks free, the alarms scream, the searchlights sweep the yard, the dogs are released. That chaos you are hearing right now, the gossip, the lies, the twisted narratives, that is just the sound of the prison alarm. The enemy is shrieking because he has lost a captive. And here's the brutal truth. Most people hear the alarm and they get scared. They think they caused a disaster, so they turn around and they run back to the warden to explain themselves. Do not go back to the cell just to prove you are a good person. Keep running. We see this exact tactic in the ancient texts in the book of Nehemiah. Nehemiah was rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem, a holy assignment from God to restore safety and boundaries. And as soon as he started making real progress, two enemies, Sanballat and Tobiah, showed up. But notice, they didn't attack him with swords, they attacked him with an invitation. They sent him a message saying, "Come down, let us meet together in the plain of Ono." They didn't ask once, they asked him 4 times. They were relentless. And 4 times, Nehemiah sent back the same answer. He said, "I am doing a great work so that I cannot come down." Catch the revelation here. They did not want to make peace. They did not want to understand Nehemiah's perspective. They wanted him to come down. They wanted him to leave his high position of spiritual authority and drag him down into the mud of the valley. The enemy knows he cannot destroy the wall you were building, so he tries to get you to abandon it. He wants you to trade your divine purpose for a petty argument. Every time you pick up your phone to reply to a false accusation, you are coming down from your wall. You are leaving your post. You are stepping into the plain of Ono, a place of weakness. And this brings us to the twist. The smear campaign feels like an attack on your reputation, but it is actually a weapon of mass distraction. The enemy does not actually care what people think of you. He cares about what you are doing. He knows that if he can keep you busy putting out fires, if he can keep you obsessed with correcting the narrative, you will stop building what God told you to build. You cannot hold a sword and a trowel if your hands are busy typing a defense statement. Satan is strategic. He knows he cannot touch your salvation. Your soul belongs to Christ, and that is sealed. So instead, he targets your credibility. He figures, if I can make them look crazy, if I can make them look bitter, then no one will listen to the message they carry. But do not fall for it. This is a decoy operation. Focus on the wall, not the noise. So here is your battle plan. We do not fight with words, we fight with protocol. Step 1, engage absolute radio silence. You must block, mute, and unfollow. And I am not just talking about the person attacking you, I am talking about the messengers, the people who bring you the gossip to see how you react. Cut the feed. And hear me clearly on this next part. Do not go looking for the damage. Do not check their profile to see what lies they are spinning today. Curiosity in this season is a trap door. Every time you peek at their posts, you are voluntarily opening the gates of your soul and letting the poison in. Stop drinking the poison and expecting them to die. Step 2 is the Nehemiah response. If you are in a situation where you absolutely must reply, perhaps for legal reasons or shared responsibilities, you use this script. You say, I respect your perspective, but I am not able to discuss this matter any further. I need to focus on my own responsibilities. That's it. No apologies, no emotional hooks. You do not explain the wall to the enemy, you just build it. And finally, step 3. This is the spiritual shift. Tonight, I want you to visualize yourself standing in a courtroom. Not a human court, but the supreme court of heaven. Visualize yourself carrying the heavy files of this conflict, the accusations, the unfairness, the pain. Walk up to the bench, place the files down before the Father, and say this out loud. Righteous Judge, I submit this case to you. Effective immediately, I resign as my own defense attorney. I step down. You are my vindicator. The moment you stop trying to be your own lawyer, God steps in to be your defender. You cannot have it both ways. Hand him the case and walk out of the courtroom. Look at the ultimate example, Jesus himself. When he stood before Pontius Pilate, surrounded by lies, accused of things he never did, the Bible records something terrifyingly beautiful in Matthew 27, verse 14. It says, he answered him to never a word. Think about that restraint. He had the wisdom to dismantle their arguments. He had the power to call down legions of angels, but he chose silence. Why? Because for Jesus, silence was not weakness, silence was trust. He knew that he did not need to manipulate the outcome because his Father held the gavel. You might feel that by staying silent, you're letting them win. You might feel like you're losing control, but in the kingdom, silence is the loudest declaration of faith you can make. It says, I trust God's defense more than I trust my own explanation. Your reputation is not fragile, and it is not held together by the opinions of broken people. Your identity is hidden safely in the hands of the living God, and if He approves of you, it doesn't matter who condemns you. So, are you ready to end this exhaustion? Are you ready to stop fighting a war that belongs to the Lord? If you are ready to hand this battle over, I want you to make a covenant with God in the comments right now. Type these 4 words, God is my defense. Type it as a spiritual act of surrender. Let that comment be the moment you drop the heavy burden of explaining yourself and let God pick up the shield. He has never lost a case, and He will not start with yours.